Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on my channel we're all about real makeup for real life and real people. If you're new here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave if you like what you see today. It'll help you find my videos more easily on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload. So today's video is another collaboration with my beautiful friend Angela over at BeautyandLifewithAngela. If you have not gone over and subscribed to her new channel, I encourage you to do so. She has some really wonderful content over there, and I'm always a big fan of what she does. So today's video is a full face of ColourPop. The only products I do not have from ColourPop today are brows and mascara, but the rest is from ColourPop, some older, some newer. I won't say all of the new products that we're going to try out in the video, but one of them is very exciting. It is the Off Melrose palette. And this will be on the ColourPop website at some point in February. They've said currently it is an Ulta exclusive, but need I say more? Beautiful. So I hope you will enjoy this video. I love trying out new makeup, but I also love incorporating products that I already own. So with all of that said, let's get into it. All right, let's put some makeup on the face. One product I've only tried once is this ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Illuminator. I'm not even really sure how this is meant to be used. It is in the shade Soft Gold. I'm going to wear this as a primer today. Oh dear. She's giving resistance. It's gonna come shooting out. I don't know. It seems like a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna put that on there. So I'm just wiping off the excess a little bit. And then I'm just going to rub that in. I try not to put like too much of a hydrating, or not too much like glow stuff in the T-zone, but that looks pretty. Meanwhile, I finally picked up a foundation from ColourPop. This is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation, and I got the shade. Ooh, the sticker was about to come off. We don't want to lose that. Lite 50W. This might offend some of you, but I'm going to apply this with my fingers today. That is definitely one of my preferred methods for applying foundations, especially in like a sheer capacity. Oh dear, I need a new mirror, you guys. And I did try this just applied with a sponge. So already, like the one time that I tried this. So, ooh, that looks yellow, doesn't it? So we'll see. This is the problem sometimes with me buying warm tone according to, you know, the shade name or whatever foundations, is that because my skin tone is so warm, it ends up looking really yellow. But all rubbed in like this, I wouldn't say it's terrible. So like I said, I've only tried this once, but I definitely think I like it better today than I did the first time. Yeah, I definitely like it better today than I did the first time I wore it. We'll leave it there. And what I will do is I started last week doing Sunday shorts on my YouTube here, and so this Sunday I will have the check-in for this makeup look up for you guys and give you my thoughts. So this is also in my Shop My Stash for the month of February, and it is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. I really like this. I have mine in the shade Light 60N Neutral, and that's just because I do tend to like a neutral undertone in my concealer, but I really like this. I do think it's creamy and hydrating. It is one that I tend to set under my eyes, but you know, that's it. I mean, I think it looks nice. So for bronzer, I've used this only a couple of times, I think, on my channel, and it comes from Soul Body. This is the only product I've tried from them. It's the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm, and I have the shade Medium. This does have a slight scent of coconut. Looks kind of scary in the pan. I assure you it is not. I like to apply this with my sponge. And this is really nice, and it's quite a bit of product, you know? Like, you could really use the snot out of this for a long time. And what a nice, affordable sort of version, something similar to the Chanel one that went away. So I do want to zoom through some of this complexion stuff though, because we do have a first impressions with the eyeshadow palette that both Angela and I are using today. So zoom, here I go. And then I'm just going to take the clean side of my sponge and press this all in. And I really like the packaging too. It's really nice. Comes with a little insert to keep everything airtight. Very nice. And then I did go ahead and pick up another one of these ColourPop light sticks, and it is in the shade Bullseye. It's a nice gold color, I'm hoping, for my skin tone. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this before I go ahead and set my face. But I have been wanting to add a couple of new gold highlighters to my collection, because gold highlighters are ones that I've always kind of shied away from a little bit, because some golds can be so dang yellow, and I just don't, like I said, I think sometimes when I add yellow tone products on top of my yellow tone skin, it can look really crazy. But I think it just is a little bit more dependent on what type of gold it is. But I do think a gold highlight is flattering to my skin tone. I just think it needs to be the right one. So that was nice. I like the color of that. I do not have a ColourPop powder, and I'm not really interested in anything they have to offer right now, so I'm going to use the old trusty number 7 Perfect Light Pressed Powder. Mine looks pretty sad right now because I repressed what was left over. So just lightly set. Too many choices for blush, I tell ya. I have 2 here. I have this one, which was from the Romance collection. It's in the shade Love Story. And then I have this one in the Super Shock formula in the shade Too Cool for School, and it's really pretty too. But I think this might be like too bold, too like rusty for what I'm hoping to accomplish with today's look. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Love Story. This was a recommendation from a friend and subscriber named Marissa, and girl, you were right. This is beautiful. It does have some gold micro glitters in there, but I don't really find that those translate on the skin at all. And I do like this more like muted, I don't know, what would we call that? It's kind of peach, but it's a little bit muted, a little bit dusty maybe. And if you can't tell, I'm kind of trying to hone a little bit of like sun-kissed warm weather vibes today because of the palette. I haven't had this for very long. I got this for my birthday in January and I adore it already. Well done, Marissa. Well done. All right, I'm back. The brows are on. Eyeshadow primer is on. I used the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer in Nude. I'm back on it. Love it. Cement for your eyeballs. And this is gorgeous. I don't know if you can tell by the shirt, which is new by the way, but we are definitely going to create a look with this shade right here. It's kind of a bluish something duochrome called Fairfax. So let's get into it. I love mixing warm and cool tones, which is why I went with a lot of warm tones for the face. All right, so first I'm gonna go into this dusty pink shade called On the List. I'm curious though, if you were like a 90s kid like I was. I graduated in 2000, so, you know, I lived through the 90s. Did you watch Melrose Place? I really wanted to watch Melrose Place, but I was not allowed, and I was not a kid that, you know, went against what my parents said. Like, we were definitely not allowed to watch The Simpsons. I think partially it just annoyed my mom, and so she was like, nope, can't watch it. But also, we weren't allowed to watch MTV, so that was never a thing for me. But I'm curious if you ever watched Melrose Place. I definitely caught a couple episodes, not only, you know, at friend's house at that time that it was a thing, but also, you know, later on as a young adult and watching reruns of Melrose Place. That is a really nice, soft, pinky kind of transition shade. Anyways, Off Melrose just made me think of Melrose Place. All right, the next shade that I want to go into is this beautiful, what looks to be like a terracotta shade, terracotta rust. That had a lot of kick up, and oh, I just blew it everywhere by breathing on it. It's called Easy Breezy, and I just want to have this be a little bit of a crease shade. I love a good terracotta. I think terracotta is a really good way to marry some warm tones and cooler tones, because I just think terracotta seems to blend with damn near everything. I mean, obviously it wouldn't blend with a blue or anything, but I do think it, you know, blends with a lot of colors that you wouldn't even think that it would. I think I'm going to go into this shade down here, which is called Down to Earth, spelled U-R-T-H. I'm going to use this angled fluffy brush in that shade Down to Earth. Pick some up on the brush, tap it off. Love this angled style of brush because it does keep things at an angle and kind of help keep things from going down too low, which is really nice. And then I run this on the outer part of the lid first until I can tell that most of the pigment is off. And then I go and start blending it up toward my crease. So if you ever had one of these angled fluffy brushes, because they seem to come with a lot of brush sets, especially ones that I got in subscription boxes, if you ever wondered what to use them for, I think they're fabulous for outer corner work. Now, because I really want this duochrome shade to be poppin' and at its best, I want to use a glitter glue, so I'm going to apply that. The NYX Glitter Primer. Where is my brush? Oh, and here is the brush I like to use. It's a little flat Alamar Cosmetics one, and we will apply the glue one eyelid at a time because I find that's what works best. I do believe I'm going to go in with a little bit of a pinched fluffy brush. This has been working wonders for me lately in applying metallic shadows without them looking super textured on my eyes. So I don't know where I learned it, or maybe I just saw it in somebody's video and was like, huh, that's a good idea. So I'm just pressing this in across the lid where I applied the glue, and I think it's so pretty. Definitely, you know, a big part of why I wanted this palette to begin with is this duochrome shade. I am a sucker for a duochrome, but I also, the more I looked at the palette, I was like, I just like this combination of colors. Let me see if I can punch it up at all with the phalange. And when I'm trying to do this, I like to press and swipe even a little bit. So pretty. I die. Okay, that was beautiful. I am going to pick up this really pretty pink shade up here called Trading Post. I'm going to use this to finish off the inner part of the lid. And instead of pulling it up like I normally would, I'm gonna skip that step today. I don't know. I don't know if you'll be able to tell a difference between the two. It's pretty subtle. And I actually suspect this would be really pretty sort of in the middle of that duochrome shade as like a highlight, kind of, especially if you did like a halo eye or something with it, it would be pretty. Now, I'm going to go back into our little rusty number terracotta shade, Easy Breezy. And I'm going to tap this in between the deep outer shade and the duochrome, but that is not going to work for a brush. This is going to be a lot of fun to do 3 looks with, because we'll blend that up into the crease a little bit. Make sure that warmth is still poking out. I thought it'd be fun for a little inner corner to pull out one of my Super Shock shadows. This is in the Ultra Glitter formula, and the shade is called Sailor. It is a duochrome. If you see right here, it's like an aqua shade, and then it goes into like a nude shade. This is pretty sheer, and I just really wanted to use this. I don't know why. So I'm going to take this little sponge tip applicator and pick up a bit of this and pop this on the very inner corner. I just thought since it was like got a little bit of the aqua shade and everything, it might be kind of fun to add that, which is why I didn't pull the light pink up. I think it's pretty. I will definitely capture this, I'm sure, better in the up close photos that in natural lighting that I always add to my videos. So I'm gonna pop off of here real quick and do some liner and mascara, just a dark brown liner. And I think for mascara today, I'm gonna use my CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara, and then we're coming back for a new ColourPop lippy. Alrighty, we are back. Surprise! I did something with the hair. It's still drying, so this is the best I can do. I did go ahead and line my lips with my Milani Understatement lip liner in the shade Nude Entrance and sort of smudge it out a little bit. And the new lippy that I picked up is also from the Off Melrose collection. It is the Luxe Gloss in the shade Health Kick. Look at this cool shade. I had not, till I purchased this, and I've only tried it once, tried their Luxe Gloss formula. I was a little hesitant because I had heard, you know, a good handful of people, at least here on YouTube, say that it wasn't their favorite gloss formula, but I liked it in my first experience, so let's try it on. I thought this was the most unique looking out of the ones that they had to offer, and I'm trying not to add many, if any, lippies to my collection this year, and I definitely, if I do add them, want them to be unique. And other than Hot Chocolate from Fenty and the Fenty Gloss Bombs, this is very unique to my collection, and this does not look like hot chocolate, really, on the lips anyway. It has a really nice scent to it. It feels very smooth on the lips. It really reminds me of their Luxe lip oils, but a little bit more thicker. Not sticky at all. It feels really nourishing on the skin. I don't really see the glitter on my lips, and I definitely don't feel it, which is fantastic. That's my one gripe with Hot Chocolate from Fenty, is I can feel all the glitter in it. And I think this is a fun gloss shade. I think it goes with the look really well. I do really like this look. What do you guys think? I'm not sure. I like the look. I do not like the up close look of the complexion, and I'm going to have, like I said, a wear test on Sunday on my shorts, just in terms of how it wore throughout the day. But before I let you go today, I'm going to do a quick little check-in, show you what things look like in natural light. All right, so here we are in natural lighting, so you can see what the foundation looks like. I do feel like, you know, texture is being enhanced, and of course that could be whatever that I paired with the foundation and whatnot. I'm just not overly a huge fan of my complexion altogether today, and this is the first time that I've worn all of these products together, like a full face of ColourPop. Otherwise, I tend to wear them more like individually with other looks. So I will check in with you. Like I said, you will see that on Sunday, but for now, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I'll see you in my next video soon.